In this video, I'll be keeping it real with you guys on how to make money as a web developer. And if you're someone who clicked on this video thinking I'll be showing you a quick and easy way on how to make money as a web developer, then this video is not for you. Because making money as a developer requires a lot more than just coding skills. It requires a person to be a hustler, someone who is patient and consistent. And if you are that someone, keep watching. And by end of this video, I will also be showing you one method that I haven't seen anywhere whenever this topic comes up. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Now the first one on the list is to get a job as a web developer. Now I know most of you already know about this, but hear me out. This method might not be as flashy as some of the other methods that we'll be talking about, but this method will get you up and running in web development faster than any of the other methods. And especially for beginners, because this method will give you that consistent flow of income to make sure your present and future is secure, while you also gain experience as a web developer. Now if you're someone who is just getting started in web development, getting a job as a developer might be a bit harder for you. So in order to make sure you have higher chances of getting a job as a developer, here are a few steps that you can follow. Now number one on the list is have a portfolio. As a developer, portfolio is must for you guys. On your portfolio, you have to showcase all the skills you know, all the projects that you have worked on. For example, for me, my portfolio is under my own name, akashdevgan.com, where I mention everything I know in web development and all the projects that I have worked on. But if you are a beginner, then this is the second step you must take. In the second step, after finishing your portfolio, you want to build 2 to 3 personal projects. Now, I don't want you to build simple landing pages because that's not going to impress employers. So what you want to build is you want to build 2 to 3 projects that contains, let's say, a e-commerce site or let's say a website which has 4 to 5 pages. These are real life projects. So most of the employers will be impressed by it. Number 3 on the list is when you're looking for a job as a web developer, LinkedIn is your friend. Make sure all the information on your LinkedIn is up to date, and you want to start reaching out to recruiters on LinkedIn. And one of the most important things that I haven't seen anyone talk about is, as a developer, you want to learn in public. What that means is whatever you're learning, make sure you post about it on LinkedIn or on Twitter or on any other platform, because this will let recruiters and maybe startup founders know that you are learning new skills, which will increase your credibility as a developer. If you follow these steps, your chances of getting a job as a web developer will be much higher. Now, benefits of this method, getting a job as a web developer, you will have that constant flow of income while you gain experience as a web developer. Now that's pretty much it for method 1. Let's move on to method 2. So number 2 on the list is freelancing. Now let me make one thing clear. Freelancing is hard, and here are some of the reasons why freelancing is hard. Number 1, you'll have to find clients to keep earning money. Number 2, you are one person army. You are business manager, you are project manager, you are developer, and you are also QA. So you have to wear different hats from time to time as a freelancer. Number 3, there is always this thought on back of your head. What if you don't find the next client? Now that you know freelancing is hard and what are some of the drawbacks of freelancing, let me also tell you about the benefits of freelancing. Number 1, you can work from anywhere in the world. This is the main reason why people come into freelancing. They want to travel the world, but they are tied to full-time job. So they switch to freelancing so they have the freedom of working from anywhere while also making money. Benefit number 2 is freelancers usually make more money than full-time employed web developers. Now this is a good and a bad thing. It is a good thing because obviously you're making more money as a freelancer, but it is a bad thing because most freelancers don't get health benefits or dental benefits from the employers they are working with. And benefit number 3 on the list is you learn a lot as a web developer, not just in terms of coding skills, but you will also learn things like how to grow your business and how to be a project manager and how to QA your own project, and above all, coding skills. So now that you know pros and cons of freelancing web development, let me show you how you can get started as a freelance web developer. Now, first of all, as I mentioned in the previous method, same goes for freelancing as well. As a developer, you need to have your portfolio to showcase your skills and work. Number 2, now this is the main question that comes to everyone's mind: how to find clients as a freelancer. So here is how you can land your first client as a freelancer. Now what you want to do is you want to go to Google and search things like coffee shops near me or a flower shop near me. Now you want to scan all those results that show up up on Google, mostly the map results. In maps, Google will show you if a specific shop has a website or not. So you want to make a list of all the shops that don't have a website, and you also want to go through all the shops that do have a website and maybe find if those websites can be improved. Once you have that list, what you want to do next is you want to go or schedule appointments with the managers or the owners of the shops one by one. Now, if you do manage to get an appointment, once you go to meet the business owner or the manager, you don't want to wear your developer hat. You have to have your business manager hat on, because you need to sell them on how having a website will help improve their business and get them more clients basically. Because here's the truth, no one cares about a website unless a website can help them grow in their business. So you don't want to tell them how great React is or how you can build website using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and how you can add animation, because they don't care about all that. What they care about is growing their business. So you want to show them how a website can increase their business and bring in more money and more clients. Now, once you land your first client, you want to make sure you do really good job for them. You do 10 times what you're getting paid for that specific project, and you genuinely help them in growing their business using website. Now, once you do that, what it'll do is, because business owners know other business owners, what will start happening is most of the time that business owner will refer you to some other business owner, whenever someone needs a website. Now, from that point on, it's just word of mouth marketing. Now, number 3 on the list is you want to sign up for sites like Fiverr and Upwork. Now, I personally do not prefer this method. Now, on these sites, you are not just competing with the local talent, but you are competing with international talent. And chances of getting projects via these sites is very rare. Let's say you have worked with 5, 6, 7 clients or something. Now, you have reached a point where you can start approaching bigger clients, startup founders, or digital marketing agencies, because they'll be paying you a lot more for your time, because now you have gained experience. Now that you know what are the pros and cons of freelancing and how to get started in freelancing, let's move on to the next method. Now, number 3 on the list is building your own SaaS product. SaaS is short for software as a service. This method is for people who are already established web developers. SaaS is for people who don't want the hassle of finding new clients and want to build a business that is a lot more scalable than freelancing. Some of the most successful SaaS products are Shopify and Adobe Creative Clouds. And there are a lot more examples that you can find online, but these are the two that I use on daily basis. Now, building SaaS is easier said than done, because building SaaS requires you to have front-end, back-end, database management skills. Now, you can always partner up with someone who knows back-end and you know front-end, so you work together in a team to build a product that you can sell to other people. Now, if your SaaS product goes big, now you have a lot more things to worry about. You have to worry about how to manage traffic using load balancer, how to scale your SaaS vertically or horizontally, how to use CDNs to give best user experience to all the people using your SaaS product, no matter where they are in the world. Now that you know some of the drawbacks of building a SaaS product, let me also tell you some of the benefits of building a SaaS product. Number 1 on the list is scaling a SaaS product is a lot easier than freelancing, because in freelancing you'll have to add more people to your team in order to scale. But for SaaS, let's say a lot more people started using your product. The only thing you need to do to scale is add like more servers, more database servers, maybe add a cache server. Benefit number 2 of building a SaaS product is you can reach out to a lot more people a lot faster than freelancing, because you can use digital marketing to basically advertise your product. If you want to know how to get started in building a SaaS product, I highly recommend reading this article on Freecodecamp. I'll post a link to this article in the description as well. Now, that's pretty much it for method number 3, building a SaaS product. Let's move on to method number 4, which is my personal favorite and which I haven't seen mentioned anywhere whenever this topic of making money as a web developer comes up. Now, number 4 on the list is building your personal brand. And this is my personal favorite as well, because as a web developer, it's very important to build your own personal brand. Now, if you're wondering what is a personal brand, let me explain. Now, personal brand is basically how you want people to perceive or see you. Now, whenever your name comes up in conversations, do people think of you as someone who is reliable, hardworking, fun to work with, or someone who is late to meetings, not so easy to work with, and does not deliver on time? Now, this is pretty much the definition of personal brand. It's how you want people to perceive you, and you don't want to fake it. If you are a hard worker, people will see it. You don't have to fake it. Now that you know what is a personal brand, let's move on and see how you can build your own personal brand. Now, the most important thing that you can do to build your personal brand is to learn in public. What that means is you want to post about whatever you are learning or building online. For example, let's say you recently got a certification. Make sure you update your LinkedIn with it and post about it. If you build a product, post it online so people can give you some feedback. Now, one thing you want to to make sure while you're on this journey of building a personal brand is you do not want to post someone else's work as your own, because people on the internet are smart. They will figure it out that you're a lying piece of shit. Now, how personal brand can help you in building all the three methods that I mentioned before this. Number one, let's get started with a job. Now, let's say you have a personal brand there. Now, if you apply for a job, it will give you an edge over other candidates, because everything you learned or you built will already be online for the employer to see, and they will already know what is your skill set, what are the things you can build. So you don't have to convince recruiters to hire you. So you don't have to convince recruiters that much to hire you as compared to some of the other candidates applying for the same job. Now, let's say if you have a personal brand, the way to approach freelancing is you can approach the same business owners and you can show them the products you have built and how other people are using it. Now, the most important thing building a personal brand will do for your freelancing business is it'll let the clients trust you a lot faster, because they know you have an online presence, they know that you have built product and that you're knowledgeable, so they don't have to do much of the background research on you. Now, building a SaaS product while you have your own personal brand is also amazing, because you already have a bunch of people following you and liking your posts and stuff. So once you build your product, you can post about it online and get quality feedback from your followers or subscribers. Now, these are some of the ways how having a personal brand as a developer can help you in growing. Now, this is pretty much it for this video. If you guys found any value in this video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.